between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it on. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception. No lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ballgame, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They start the drive with Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors, 70.
The Franks looking to throw. Cook makes the catch on the out route. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay inbounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Now Franks. And that is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 60
Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Franks now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Franks. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Pass the street, pass the street. Mustang 19.
Franks, third down from the gun. Open right side, complete to Rager. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready?
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check that, street.
Kamara up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not a great start, dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We're scoreless after one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Franks. And complete right side to Cook. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Franks, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now Balaj. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw. Reynolds. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Reynolds. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Off play action. Reynolds. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They go play action with Franks. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post around? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Warrior 70. Hey, pass. Buffalo 18.
Throwing again, Frank's on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check, Wildcat, check, Wildcat. 79 Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before break. Reynolds looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
60
Looking to throw. Franks. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. Franks. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Reynolds. There's Chris Olave. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Reynolds. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see brothers to make tackles? Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
To throw on second down, Reynolds. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, the last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Franks. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check smash. Pat the street.
Back to throw. Franks. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Dragon 60. Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Franks. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, Reynolds. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Reynolds. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, a 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught at the 25. A big play there from Minnesota. 55 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Hey!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you, what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 7. And the Saints first down.
On first down, Reynolds going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go, set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
He has a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Cup 19! Go check! Go check! 18 Rebel! 18 Rebel!
Off the play fake. Here's Franks on the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got Smith here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Franks now. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Check. 18, pioneer. Hurt.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Come on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Franks looking to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Franks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Franks. And this one is incomplete. CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1